Hi, it's Sandra here from Creating Spain, and today it's a relatively short video, but I'm doing a video on storage today. Now, if you've been crafting for years and years and years, the chances are you've probably got your storage sorted out and you're quite happy with it, but maybe you've not been crafting that long, or maybe you just haven't really got into the habit of getting things handy and easy to use. So I thought I'd show you just a couple of things that I've done, and maybe it'll give you some ideas. The first one I'd like to show you is my decorative tape storage. And what I've got here is a cheap plastic container that is designed to dispense cling film. Now you have to be careful because some of these are made in different sizes and not all of them will actually hold a small reel of tape. Some will and some won't. So you need to check the size of your tape reels before you go ahead and buy one of these. Now I've got a few of these transparent white pattern tapes, which I quite like, but they're a pain in the neck if you're trying to get them off the reel. You can't find where the end is. So this is quite a neat solution. This is just an old cardboard tube, probably from a reel of cling film, and I've chopped it down to fit the container. And yeah, just basically it's going to give me tidy storage for it. It doesn't really matter if it closes completely, although this one will actually close on one end, it won't close on the other. Just as long as I've got something to hand, we just got all the tapes in and I can cut them quite happily. The next one I wanted to show you is these quite cute little ribbon boxes. Now I've got a few different types of ribbon, and some came on, you might be able to see it in here, a clear plastic reel already. Some came on big chunky reels that wouldn't fit in this. For example, I've got some Aldi ones that came on this really enormous great reel. But they weren't all standard sizes and they didn't store very well, and I needed pins to keep them together, and basically they were getting a bit messy. So I thought, well, I've got loads of pattern papers and quite often, or pattern cards. I don't actually use much in the way of pattern cards. But I thought, what better a use for them than to make some pretty boxes to put my ribbons in. So what I did, if they had a cardboard reel, I ripped the cardboard off so that I could see what was inside. I made my box with a window, and in some cases like this, I actually put the acetate in and I glued it in place. But to be honest, you don't actually need to glue it in place. Just cut yourself a square of acetate to go in your box and you can just slot it in. Like this, in fact. This has just got a piece slotted in. And I've put a different shaped window in here simply so that it keeps the box a little more rigid. But I can still see the ribbon that I've got in here. And then when it comes to seeing, about taking it out, I just thread it out through one end and tape the top of the box shut so that it's not going to move. It's just ready to pull out when I want it. I've got another one here in a round one. Now this one I made the box slightly thicker because it was a slightly thicker tape that I was going to put into it, or ribbon. Now if you're designing your boxes, what you have to make sure, if you have a design that you can, for example, stretch it so that the side is wider, that's fine. But you must make sure that you also stretch this part of the box in order to make sure it fits and closes properly. Okay, so that's those. And finally, I have these, what I call little sacks. And these are really, really simple to make. They're simply boxes without any tops. And all I've done is just made a basic box. What I did was I did put a little crease line, a little score line, just for about an inch at the top of the box so that it makes it easier to do that. And I put in a little hole in the center so that I could close them up. I don't need to open the actual box itself. I put a little hole just in the side to thread my bead through, and that's it. I've got one with the gold. If you're really lucky and you have the right colour card, you can also make these colour coordinated to whatever you're going to put inside them. I did it with some, the green and the red for example, but I ran out of the different colours. I didn't have the oranges, browns and things like that. But yeah, it's made it a lot neater, a lot easier to use, and therefore I will use them more. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.